This 5-minute trading strategy finds exact buy signals in the market. And the best thing is that you only need to use one simple indicator for this strategy. So yeah guys, let's not waste any time here. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is to open up a clean chart. Right now as I'm speaking, I'm looking at gold on the 5-minute time frame. Now we're ready to open up our indicators. So we go up here to the indicators tab, and the indicator we want to use here is actually the RSI indicator with some special settings. So we go down here and we open up the normal relative strength index indicator. Now we want to change some settings, so we go down here to the settings tab for the RSI, and first we want to head over here to the inputs tab. As for the RSI length, we can actually keep this one at 14, but for the source of the RSI, we do want to change the source here to the open high low close 4, or for short OHLC4. We also want to change a few things here on the style tab of the indicator. So the first thing we want to do here is that we want to go down to the RSI based moving average, and we want to uncheck this one. What I also like to do is that I like to make the RSI line a bit thicker here. Now we want to scroll down a bit here, and we want to uncheck the RSI upper band, we want to uncheck the RSI middle band, and the lower band we want to make a bit more clear. So I'm gonna make this one orange, and I will make this one to a line. We also want to uncheck the oversold fill here, and we actually want to go up to the RSI. We want to press this one here, and we want to make the RSI an area. This will make it so that the buy signals for this strategy will be crystal clear. Now we are ready to go down here and press OK. Alright guys, so now how do we actually execute this strategy? Well, the concepts here are very straightforward. We want to look out for two things. The first thing we want to look out for is that we want to see a low here. We want the price to bounce and come down to the exact same low. We can use our horizontal line for this if we want to, and draw a line right here. So as you guys can see, this is pretty much a double bottom pattern. The next step for this strategy is that we want the first valley right here. So we want this part right here to be below the 30 line of the RSI indicator. This indicates that the market is oversold when we see the first bounce. Then for the next bounce right here, we want the valley to be higher than the previous valley. So what I usually do is that I choose a trend line here, and I draw a trend line from that point to that point, make it a bit bigger. Let's make the line orange so you can clearly see that the valleys are getting higher. So when we see a double bottom and higher valleys on the RSI, this is our entry signal. But we actually need one more thing to happen before taking a trade. And that is that on the second touch right here, we want to see some kind of bullish candlestick pattern. And as you can see, this green candle together with the previous red candle actually prints a bullish engulfing pattern. So to repeat, we need a double bottom, we need the RSI to print a higher low, and we also need a bullish engulfing pattern. These are the three things we need to see in order to enter our long position. The stop loss is very simple. We want to set it just below the double bottom pattern, and to keep it simple, we use a risk to reward ratio of 2. And as you can see, this is how this trade would have played out. Now let's take a look at another example from the Euro USD 5-minute time frame. Once again, you can see that we have the price, we have one low, the price comes up, we go down once again, and we test the same level. We can also see that the RSI, the first valley, is below the 30 line, which means that the price is oversold coming in to the first bottom. And then you can see that from this point to this point, the RSI prints a higher valley. The last thing we need for the strategy is some kind of bullish pattern. And you can actually see that these three candles together pretty much prints a bullish morning star pattern. So all of our three criteria is met here, so we are ready to enter our long position. The stop loss is set just below the double bottom, and we keep it simple with a risk to reward ratio of 2. But alright guys, so the indicator we used in today's video was the RSI. And there is a lot to learn about the RSI indicator. So if you have the time today, I highly recommend all of you guys to watch this video about the RSI indicator next.